Hello, this is another showcase of my Dark Defense curve line, and now for the first time I am able to use Infantry School, so I have to change the build for several units. First, Lilina with Broadleaf Fan. This should be speed def, but I don't have the fodder. Veronica has her personal weapon which inflicts debuffs, very good with Broadleaf Fan. But again, as I've said before, she should have Grand Scratcher Plus instead. Most of the time she will use Restore over time. So the weapon will not be useful. This is why Grand Scratcher Plus is definitely recommended. And now I can use this also. Miracle with Quicken Pulse. If she makes follow-up, she gets Miracle. Her weakness is a tank with Quick Riposte. She dies to Quick Riposte, which is why Miracle is good on her, because others have Wings of Mercy and they can trigger Wings of Mercy. If you use Miracle build, I believe the best B skill at the moment should be LOL Speed Def. Any speed, because you have to make sure the enemy will get doubled. That's the most important thing. There is still a weakness to Mia, and this is why Mia, even with this build, is less reliable than Lin at surviving. She will die to Special Fighter, because Special Fighter blocks Miracle. But hopefully I see more people try to bait Lin and tank Lin instead of Mia. And this leaves me to show you something. Why I do not use this build. On paper it looks disgusting. The most terrifying thing you will never see. In order to make follow-up against Lin, you must have higher speed and no follow-up or quick riposte. In other words, only Merita and Fallen Ike with quick riposte can make follow-up. For example, these units, they are so fast. If they have Speed Boon, several merges, 2 Pioneer, Summoner Support, they can kill Lin by using follow-up. However, because their B skill is the damage reduction, they cannot have Null C Disrupt. They cannot counterattack. And if you know that, Null C Disrupt units tend to be super slow. So Birding Ball will take effect. The only fast unit with Null C Disrupt I have seen here as of now is Kronia. But Kronia is slower than Lin, so this should not be a problem. Using Sakei's Blessing, you have to use Speed Res solo. She will survive with Speed Res solo against someone like Fallen Leon. I have a Fallen Leon with plus attack and bonus double, and he cannot kill Lin with this. So why I am not using this deadly combination? It's because if the enemy cannot counter-attack Lin because of Sake's blessing, what do you think they will do? They will always go for Mia. And this is asking for trouble at this point. I want them to tank Lin. As I've seen now, people try to pick Lin more often than not. And this is, of course, what I want. So, for example, you can still use Sake's blessing, but you have to use another unit which can proc Miracle more reliably than Mia. I have a solution here. This guy. He has good defense resistance with few mages. You have to give Furyfall, Miracle, Heavy Blade, and Spendthrift Bow, as well as Lull Speed Def, and make sure he gets +5 or +6 attack speed at turn 1. Even if Special Fighter blocks Heavy Blade, he has so much defense resistance, especially with Spendthrift Bow, it will be difficult to destroy Rolf. And I mean, he will survive more reliably than Mia to something like Special Fighter. So now, having said that, about the position of my units, let's talk about this. I place Bramimon here and not Lilina, because I'm hesitant. If I place her here, I know she is an easy pick. She's not as threatening as the free ones here. So this is why I had an idea, doing this. So Lilina, without Wings of Mercy, she goes here. So she will become a threat turn 2. And she will try to kill someone. Also, she has highest slot priority. Second is Lin. So if Mia is not threatened, Lin will get Restore Plus. And if Mila blocks Restore Plus, Yun can use Harsh Command Plus. I want to place Yun here instead of being front line, because if someone places a unit here and have Mila block Veronica, Yun will not use Harsh Command Plus because she's threatened. So I was thinking about doing this because initially I had this. For example, it's a possibility, but I'm still not sure about the placement. I'm still testing. Now I'm just placing her backline in the backline. So about Veronica now. If she restores Mia, she goes here. And she provides God Cavalry, which means if she attacks, she gets +4 attack and speed. I do that because I want to make sure she will make follow-up and deals maximum damage to anyone trying to tank her instead of Lin, because Lin is more threatening than Mia. Budding Bow prevents follow-up, and she has Lull, Death, Attack Speed Push, and Swift Sparrow. so her offensive power is better than Mia, of course. And she also gets attack speed gap from Mia because she has the highest total in terms of attack and speed. Now, let's talk about the structures. I do not recommend you to use Bright Shrine. Again, you want to avoid follow-up. I'm afraid about Fallen Ike. If he takes, because this guy is everywhere, if he takes the Bright Shrine and takes the Panic status, they both stack and add up. And he can easily reach 80 speed. That's too much. If he has 80 speed and quick riposte, Lyn will still die, and Budding Bow will not take effect. And also, with the release of Brave Dimitri, we know that IS will release other Unity skill. We have Attack Death skill. Maybe one day we will get Speed Death, Speed Res Unity. Who knows? So this is super dangerous. I don't think we will get Attack Speed Unity because we already get Attack Speed Bond 4 as an upgrade to Attack Speed Bond 3. So I don't think we will get Unity with respect to attack and speed. And I think it's going to be too dangerous because of a Bright Shrine that a lot of people use. So now let's watch. No lift loss, which is nice, by the way. So this is how I started. I knew that it was kind of risky to place Lily in a front line. Because you have to make sure that the units will survive. Again, for the Cav line, the best scenario is turn 1, everyone survives. Because, you see, the nice thing about an open map like this, they have nowhere to hide. So they have to kill everyone or someone will die. And this is also why, for this map, the first column and the sixth column, they have no threat range. This is why I knew some people will place the mythics, bonus units or support units, something like this, at both extremities. This is why I want Lyn and Mia to be second column and fifth column, because now she can kill Peony and she can kill Air. You see, we are very close. In other words, I want to force my opponent to split up their team, with some going to the left and some others going to the right side. And it's not difficult to achieve this scenario, because when someone brings 2 or 3 offensive structures, they always place them third column and fourth column, one of these being the bolt tower. This leaves second and fifth column totally empty. So that's why again I have Lin and Mia second and fifth column for this reason. So this is an illustration of this problem. Lin gets affected by sabotage attack. Veronica has been blocked by Mila, and Yun is threatened by Noe. So Yun cannot use harsh command. If you ask me why Veronica attacks instead of Lilina, the reason could be because Noe had an already charged special. Look at this. Strong debuffs everywhere. If Lilina did not attack, it's because the AI knows Lilina will die when Noe counter-attacks and Veronica survives. So the AI decides to make Veronica moves first. And this is why I'm thinking which one is the best skill for Lilina. Is it speed def or is it attack speed push? Because attack speed push allows Lilina to get more offensive power. But again, I still believe speed def is the way to go. The cav line should not try to destroy the super tank. Especially now with the release of CYL4, we all know BST has been power crept to death, and they will become a lot stronger and more difficult to kill. So you want to kill the mythics, bonus units and support units, and ignore the super tank. By using speed def on Lilina, it means that you cannot one-shot her. You have to make follow-up. And if you fail to make follow-up, you have to use a second unit to kill Lilina, which means that the bonus units or support units or mythic units will be exposed. So next turn, they will die. This is why you need fast units, and this is why the best case scenario for you is that turn 1 everyone survives. This is definitely the best case scenario, because again, with an open map like this, they have nowhere to hide. Almost all units are totally exposed. Just like this. Where do you want to hide? Air and Peony. You cannot. So you have to kill everyone or someone will die. This is why this map has a lot of potential for a cav line. And this is also good because an open map like this allows me to freely choose how I want to set up my restore trap. Because look at this. The mountain here blocks the way, and this structure blocks the way, and this one as well. So how can I use the restore? It's difficult. Here I can place Veronica here, here, or here. I mean, I can choose whatever I want. This is really, really good. It's super flexible. And this flexibility makes me think that this map could be the best for the curve line. I mean, I'm still testing, so I do not have a definite answer now. But my first impression is that this map is the best for the curve line. You see the same pattern here. Peony at extremities, at the right extremity, and air at the left side, completely separated. And again, this is what I want. I like this because in light season I use Layla and Matthew all the time. I mean, almost in light season. So I feel happy when I see people use Matthew and Layla together. This is a good lesson. I bring a duo structure for a reason. If my opponent use a duo unit, they know fully well why I bring a duo structure. It is because for me it is valuable, a lot more valuable than something like Tactics Room, which is not here, or Bright Shrine, which is not here. This means this trap has a good chance to be real. This is why, by using this kind of logic, I was thinking no one should test that trap, because they would suspect it is real. This is why the trap below Bramimon is the real one, and this one is fake. Because Bramimon is important for me. He has Hardy Bearing, and he is very powerful. I want, to avoid him to die, because he's super slow. On player phase, you can easily kill Bramimon on player phase. However, for the calves, you have to make follow-up, and it is not always easy. So Bramimon is an easy pick on player phase. But sometimes people do not use logic. See? They do this. It's super risky. Some people would even say it's stupid, it makes no sense, but still, some people don't care and do that. They do things that seem to make no sense. And yet, it looks like it is the best outcome they could get. So just in case some people don't use logic, place the real trap to protect an important structures. If you use a curved line, you have to think about what happens if people do not bring many structures, because it will cause you some problems sometimes, because they have a time to prepare their attack, their defense, and set up. And this is a weird battle. I have to say, this team is not synergistic. It's a bad team because you have only one super tank and no support unit. She is not a support unit with respect to Leon. Same thing for Ryoma. Why do you want 2 dancer? If you use 2 dancer, it's either for gale force or hit and run. But this guy has no player face presence. It's only enemy face unit. But still, having 2 dancer here is what killed my team. It's a very specific team that works on very specific situation, and it happened that luckily for this person, it worked well against my team. Hopefully it is not a kind of team I will see very often, because it's a weird team. It's really odd. But it is also a very good lesson for you if you use a curved line in Dark Season, because you can see how powerful air can be. And the problem with my curved line, of course, is that they all have super weak defense. so on player phase they can die. And air provides a dagger effect, -7 in defense for everyone. A death smoke. It's super powerful. So that's okay for today. Thanks for watching.